Welcome to Gravity Throttle Racing. My name is Aaron Tate.
And this is Richard Gere. Race fans, it's been quite a shakeup at the top. The scores are very tight. Aaron, introduce us to three more teams.
The miniature car racing team, that's MCR, comes to us from Hudson, Florida. And Bolo Brown and his teammate are driving beautiful 1989 Volkswagen GTIs. Also driving a Volkswagen GTI is Dubious Diecast, that is Mr. Dark, from Oklahoma, and he sponsors Dark Arts. Be sure to check him out. Finally, from Ontario, Canada, driving those incredible Mini Coopers, the whole entourage is here. From Ontario, Canada, please welcome them to Shavano Mountain Raceway.
Well, race fans, episode 4 is about to begin in lane 1. Chase Family Racing, DRT 3K in lane 2, G4 Diecast, lane 3, and Monster Motorsports in lane 4. And the engines have started, the lights are yellow. Here we go, we're about to start episode 4 of 10. It's a great start for all the drivers, except for the rear driver of Chase and the rear driver of DRT 3K. But the lead driver has the lead on the Joker lane, and nice drifting by G4 Diecast. There's Monster close by. It looks like they have the lead coming out, and I don't see anybody else down the runway. They both look nice and straight. Monster's gaining on him, and around the big U. Who's going to hold it steady? Oh my goodness, a barrel roll and a flip over. First place goes to G4, second place to Monster. And everybody is just pinging everybody through the finish line. Chase in third, Monster in fourth, G4 Diecast in fifth, and our Gorilla has a job.
It's nice to see the producers come up with a way to help out even the Gorilla, who is addicted to Uranus Fudge. And thank you very much, producers, as we watch two of the three drivers just tumble it over. The jump, good drifting there, over drifting. Oh, wow, what a collision. And this has left quite a mess on Mesa Butte. Meanwhile, DRT 3K is really tangling it up. With Chase Family, they both make it through. And look at what happens with the rear driver of G4, as he is just barely making it around. There goes Chase Family Racing, but it is DRT 3K that loses momentum. Nobody's able to finish there. After the first round of racing for these drivers, Chase was 6, and DRT 3K has 0. G4 and Monster collect 12. They're back at the top. Let's watch the second race.
Well, that wasn't the best start for DRT 3K, as he is quite aware. He's in the lead. Monster's in lane 1, Chase in lane 2, DRT 3K in lane 3. On the outside is G4 Diecast. The lights are turning yellow. Let's watch the start. Oh, nice. Even start by all of them. Look at that beautiful run. It looks like something caught Monster Motorsports up a little bit, and Chase has the lead down the Joker lane. Pretty good drifting, except for the lead driver of DRT 3K. He loses it. The rear driver has the lead around, being pursued hot by G4 Diecast. There they go, down the runway. It is DRT 3K maintaining the lead. Oh, what a collision around the big U. They've slowed up. Now we got 6 cars bunched up. Down the scrambler they go. Whoa, too close to call. So many drivers coming through. We're going to need instant replay for sure.
That is correct. That is correct, Richard. Let's take a look now at instant replay. First, on Mesa Butte, they come through. The lead driver of DRT 3K just doesn't heed, and look how much he loses because of that. But the rear driver does a nice job. Meanwhile, look at the Joker lane as they all file in. Chase is coming down. And here comes Monster right behind. Around the big U. Wow, look at that. Almost off the track. Here comes Monster. Here comes Chase. In Chase. And now, let's take a look here as the scoreman has DRT 3K taking the win. Yep, that is confirmed. Second and fourth place goes to G4. Third and fifth place goes to Chase. And Monster gets 3 more points.
Wow, what a battle. And now we're going to Group 2, just getting started. Dubious on the inside, EP next to him. Ironbeard Customs in lane 3. Hey, on the outside is Numbskull Racing. And Dubious is closest to us. Green lights, oh, what a nice start. Dubious is looking good. He's over the creek first, but held up a little bit. Here comes EP, scooting out in the lead in those little Ford Focuses. A little bit of overdrifting by Ironbeard Customs, and look at Numbskull sneak in. And EP Videos is ahead of Dubious Diecast on the Joker lane. Here goes EP down the runway. Screaming down. They've always been fast, coming around the big U, and here come the other drivers. Boy, what a tight competition. First place so far is looking good as EP Video first, Ironbeard Custom second, EP in third, Numbskull in fourth. Here comes Dubious. And Dubious takes 5th. Ironbeard Customs in 6th. Wow, no one else.
They sure filed in quick. All right, instant replay. Let's begin with the drifting. Look at Numbskull pulling there. The rear driver, though, gets caught up and is just slowly making his way around. Now watch the rear driver unfortunately tip it over, and that's why Numbskull only finished with one driver. The rest are making their way down. Let's recap. Over the runway, look at, what a tangle up between Ironbeard and Dubious. And it appears Ironbeard pulls ahead, but no. Dubious has the lead, Ironbeard right behind him. These are the trailing 3 drivers. We know how the first 4 finish. 4 points goes to Dubious for finishing one driver. It looks like EP has 14 and takes the lead after the first round. 10 for Ironbeard Customs, 5 for Numbskull.
Here they are, back at the top, and race fans, Numbskull now has the interior lane. Dubious is next to him. On the main lanes are EP and Ironbeard Customs on the outside. We're watching Numbskull here as the lights are red. And now turning, flashing yellow 3 times through. There's our start. Nice beginning. Oh my goodness, it was a nice beginning for Dubious, but he is tipped over. And EP has the lead on the main lane as Numbskull is making his way around the Joker lane. It looks like 3 of the drivers are caught on Mesa Butte. The only one remaining is EP Videos taking the lead. Here comes Numbskull pulling to the outside. What a beautiful move. He takes the lead past EP. And here comes Numbskull, the second driver. The lead driver is spinning around but coming through for first, and Numbskull will take second. Outlasting EP down the scrambler.
That was definitely impressive driving by Numbskull. But let's begin up here at Mesa Butte. With some overdrifting, the rear driver of EP Videos continues while Ironbeard Customs is completely out of it. Let's take a look now around from the train cam. What a gorgeous shot as they come down. Only 3 drivers finish. Dubious only adds 4, but EP and Numbskull will add 20 points for their efforts. Ironbeard Customs will add 10. Race fans, let's go to the halftime show.
And Mr. Dark here has gotten into the Soapbox Derby Halftime Challenge.
Is that engine real?
Of course not, Aaron. Why would you think that?
Why put a fake engine on a Soapbox Derby car?
Harvey, Billy, hold my beer, guys. Well, the engine is fake, Aaron, but it looks more intimidating, right?
Well, it doesn't make Billy look intimidated or any less stupid.
I hope somebody can catch that runaway car.
Oh, there he goes again.
Okay, so what makes Billy think he can skateboard down on the most vicious-looking Soapbox Derby car?
Oh, well, there, he's getting smarter now. Let's grab the hottest part of the car, the engine.
Ooh.
Wow, Richard.
Look out!
I think he's going to get run over again. Oh, that was close, wasn't it?
Wow. Okay, so Mo is talking to Mr. Dark now. Oh yeah, there we go. Now that's the smart thing to do. Just put your head forward.
Oh, wait a minute, Richard. Mo is the professional.
Oh, you said all 3 of them are.
No, I know I said everyone is, but Mo is really the professional. Watch this.
Wait, you mean hold my beer?
Yeah. Hold my beer, guys. Yeah, you're right.
Well, he is looking pretty good there, Aaron, and here comes the jump. Oh, he held on quite nicely. He must have really strong calves. He's planking it all the way down the scrambler, and look, he made it through in 25.7 seconds. Wow.
Perfect. Hi, I'm Josh Poffler, #1 dad, 2-time unrecognized Guinness World Record holder, and CEO of Rust Belt Customs, where I make the best darn waterslide decals money can buy. Don't believe me? I don't care. Just ask some of the top builders in the world. They'll tell you the same thing. If you look lame on the track, I can fix that. Unless it's because you suck at building cars. That's on you. But for 100% waterslide decals, road signs, flash sales, and a bunch of other stuff, hit me up. Or you can just keep looking lame. That's your call.
Contact Rust Belt Customs on Facebook today. Rust Belt Customs is a proud sponsor of Gravity Throttle Racing.
Okay, Aaron, with that 25.7 second run, Mr. Dark ought to think about using a Soapbox Derby car rather than a Golf's.
Good point.
Let's take a look here. On the inside is Polo Racing, and we've got Manchild Motorsports, the Canadian team, and on the outside is Arlo, who squeals out in the lead. But now look, the Canadian team has the lead. Something happened to Arlo. Hopefully he's still in it. The competition on, the competition on the Joker lane looks good, but something happened to the front driver. And now they're stuck. Here comes Arlo, pushing his way. They're trying to get around, coming through. And meanwhile, down the Joker lane is Manchild Motorsports with the lead. The driver is getting a little squirrely and losing momentum. Here come the other drivers. Oh, onto the scrambler we go. There's quite a tangle up, and it's going to be The Canadian team in first. Arlo in second, and there is nobody else coming down. Wow, opportunity lost.
And race fans, let's go to instant replay. Think for a minute here about what you just saw as the Canadian team got in the lead, and it was Arlo. Look at this classic, beautiful drift. After clearing the creek jump first, he was well behind. But as we watch the Canadian driver...
Wait, Aaron. Our producers wanted to inform the audience we caught a giant fly buzzing around the Mesa Butte camp.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. What wasn't cool was watching the rear driver of Manchild and the Polo Racing team get caught and struggling together as all three of them come to stop here on the Joker lane. 4 of the drivers managed to get by the Canadian driver that has tumbled. It is Manchild Motorsports with a clear lead, but here come both Arlo drivers. And the Canadian rear driver bumps into Manchild Motorsports. Only 2 drivers are able to finish. A team takes first and Arlo takes second.
This is the second race fans, of Group 3 in Lane 1, Arlo. Polo Racing in Lane 2, Manchild Motorsports in Lane 3. Now the A-Team and those many Coopers are on the outside lane. Once again, lights are yellow. Great start by Arlo. Look at him. Oh my goodness, and he's tipped over. What an unfortunate event for him. It is Polo Racing in the lead down the Joker lane, and the rear driver is spun out. There's a lot of mayhem up on Mesa Butte, but it is Manchild Motorsports with the lead around and through the chicanes. Here comes Polo Racing. Polo Racing is going to take the lead with Manchild in second. Coming around the Big U, it's a smooth ride. It looks like the Canadian team is further back, and here comes Manchild. Manchild takes the win. Polo Racing in second, and here comes the Crazy Canuck in third. And only 3 racers finish once again.
Only 3 racers, race fans. Let's take a look at how the action broke down, beginning with Marco Polo, the rear driver. Same thing happened to Arlo last week, just getting caught up on the Joker lane. Beautiful drifting until there's a collision between Manchild Motorsports and the rear driver of the Canadian team, and that's it for them. Here we go, around the chase. 3 drivers are left. Remember, all teams have lost a driver, and it was Arlo that lost both drivers. So, after the 2 rounds, the A-Team adds another 14 points, Manchild adds another 8, and Polo and Arlo will add 7 points to their current scores.
The final group is up top now with Maker's Box. Next to them is G-Force, the Empire in Lane 3, and on the outside will be MCR. Here we go with the lights yellow, flashing. We're about to send chaos as here we go. Oh, wow. The Empire's out in the lead ahead of MCR. Oh, a lot of fighting going on, and it is MCR taking the lead down the main lane through the chicane ahead of G-Force. They've got a clear lead, and G-Force has spun out a bit. MCR, the lead driver, has the lead. Can he hold it together? Can he make it around? Oh no, he has tumbled. This is not a good way to go about it. As G-Force has come through first. Oh, and there I think is a kill. G-Force took second. Oh, another kill, and the rear driver of G-Force did come through. We'll have to sort this out.
Indeed we will. And Richard, take a look at what happens, the action as the Empire teams up on MCR. Not able to kill him, though, as the race continues. Now coming around onto the runway, one of the Maker's Box Motors drivers gets stuck, cannot start again. And here we go as MCR passes the Sith Lord. Nicely done. On the runway, there's more battling going on between the teams trying to get down the hill. Here comes one of the Sith Lords. And unfortunately, the MCR lead driver crashes. Oh, Maker's Box crashes. There's the first kill. And the second kill comes here. You'll see it again on the finish. Maker's Box Motors unable to finish and loses 4 points. MCR finishes third place but loses 4. And that is how it ends.
What a rather ugly race for the teams. Let's get back into the action as the last race is about to begin. MCR, then Maker's Box. G-Force in lane 3, the catbird seat. The Empire's on the outside lane. Lights are yellow. There goes the green. And it looks like MCR has a nice start. The Empire's looking good too. And here comes G-Force just zooming on ahead. Maker's Box is behind, and MCR has a great lead down the Joker lane, looking like they might come out ahead. Here we go. And it's G-Force, then Maker's Box. Nope, G-Force is going to keep the lead down the runway, and around the Big U they go. In third place is the rear driver of MCR. And oh my goodness, an MCR, the front driver has crashed. G-Force takes first. The rear driver of MCR takes second. Oh, get away from the Sith Lords, and here comes Maker's Box. Third for him, fourth for G-Force Racing, fifth for Maker's Box, and a cheap shot from the Sith Lord. No kill there.
With each episode, race fans, we hope you are enjoying this incredible tournament. There's some nice drifting. The Sith Lords still struggling. No! What a lovely pirouette drift by GeForce Racing. That was beautiful. Here we go with Maker's Box behind. There it is, behind MCR. Coming around, everybody's looking clean. There are the first 5. The Sith Lords are in behind. Now remember, the MCR, the lead driver, tips over, but it doesn't matter. As GeForce takes first and fourth, Maker's Box takes third and fifth. MCR, the rear driver, took second. Those are the points added to their current scores.
The racing is done for today. Episode 4 has concluded, and let's spin it and see. We have a new leader. EP and Chase have tied with 75 points for the lead. Boy, they're all bunched up, the first 6 in the row. The next time we see you, the Sith Lords will compete against 3 different teams.
Are you tracking?